postcard. My general evaluation will be like my language evaluation. My tagline is the triple P. First, I'll touch on the program. Next, the performance, meaning the various role holders. And thirdly, the proceedings, if time permits. First, the program. There is no hard copy, it's fine. If you can have a look at the program is the face of the club. There were 4 versions over the past 2 days. Reason being, VPE, corrections, changes. Fine. So who does the vetting, the editing, and the proofreading? Who? You, President? Anybody? Nobody? Fine. Because the image you portray to guests and the impression the audience will have, first impression, is your program. Have a look. Our friend is not from Gross Toastmasters. Gross is very offensive, very unpleasant and repulsive. He's from the grass roots, not gross roots. Amalina is from the Pasirisians. I am also from the Pasirisians. So the was missing. You look at the voting slips. Is the consistency there? And after each segment, you vote for the best evaluator, best speaker. But where the voting slips are concerned, best prepared speech, best speech evaluator. So make the consistency. The buffer time for project evaluators, I thought that was a little bit generous, 7 minutes extra. I'll touch on the performance. There is a second P. The people performing various roles. I'll give my comments on the roles, not the person. So don't take it personally. The PE, the LE, TMD, SA, table topping master, timer, and R counter. Hence, I'm not targeting anybody. We don't have a language evaluator. Why? Vice President Education? Why? I don't agree. Instead of having 5 speakers, you can have 3 speakers. You are trying to be very generous, you accommodate 2 external speakers. So if you have a general evaluator, add in the language evaluator. You can always have 3. So if you have 3 speakers, you have 22 minutes extra. So you can have language evaluator, because it is not just about speaking with confidence, it is also speaking with competence. Language is very important. For those who were at the meeting last month, when I was the language evaluator, was it useful? You learned something? So likewise, at every meeting, there is always something to learn from the language evaluator. To me, there is no excuse. Sergeant at Arms, there was a deputy. She stood in for Annie, 24 minutes late. Any particular reason, valid reason? We just start. Just appoint somebody, get it started. They have valid reasons for being late, not excuses. Sergeant at Arms, your duty is also to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Many of us do not know what she does. She can be holding a very high profile profession, so we need to get to know something about her. The applause, as the evening went on, the applause became weak and half-hearted. So my suggestion would be, hold on to your applause until the last person has spoken. Opening address. I must commend your president, very presentable, the way he is attired. What did he share with us? He acknowledged the club, the members, and the club officers. Is there any takeaway? Any message for the members? To set the tone of the meeting for members, for the club? Only came at the end when he shared with us the 5 wins, and then he toasted Kelvin for achieving the DTM. Visit some clubs, especially NTU alumni. Every club opening president's address is very, very important. Those who have been to the club will tell you it is a prepared speech. very strong, very inspiring, and very motivating. You can also go to Chinese CMA and listen to the President's speech. It has been a tradition. Project evaluation, I shall be very general. I will not touch on any particular evaluator. Overall, very balanced feedback. The strengths, speaking skills of the speakers were highlighted. Likewise, they offered suggestions. Now, where rudimentary skills are concerned, you're given only 3.5 minutes. So, where rudimentary skills are concerned, touch on them very, very briefly. Body language, for example. Speak to the speaker after the meeting. Focus strictly on the purpose statement, the objectives, the requirements, and the guidelines. Be specific for your recommendations. Again, overall, they were very encouraging, very supportive, very positive, especially to the very new Toastmasters. And they were also very, very attentive because I was observing. And where timing is concerned, all the evaluators were very disciplined. Nobody exceeded the time given. So overall, the feedback was very commendable to the project evaluators. Now the project speakers are touched again very, very briefly. For the first speaker, do you need this lectern? It's an obstruction. Unnecessary. It's a barrier. Unless you have notes, then I thought that was fine. Because otherwise, your body language will be compromised. Likewise, it goes for the other speakers. Toastmaster of the day. The very well-known acronym POETS. When you introduce the first speaker, you slipped. The time and the timing was not given, but then you remembered and you went on smoothly. Lead in the applause. If the speaker is coming from the left, you bring on the speaker, extend your arm in that direction, and then you give the cue to applaud. Everybody will applaud. So if speaker coming from the right, extend your arm, lead in the applause. And when you bring on the speaker or evaluator, when the name is called, raise the volume of the voice. Give encouragement, especially to the speaker, because they prepared, they rehearsed their speeches. So give some encouragement, make them important. And for the project evaluation, was the timing sequence highlighted? You did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's fine. Overall, very smooth flow of the proceedings, the way you handle it. Wonderful. But I was just wondering, why does the club have an external Toastmaster of the day? You're very short of Toastmasters because you want your members to learn. And you have yourself, you have Kelvin, you have Annie to mentor and to guide. Give everybody, club members, the opportunity to be Toastmaster of the day. So if they would like to learn, get them to visit other clubs. Learn from the various Toastmasters of the day. Otherwise, give the opportunities to the members, especially those without rules. Now, this is my strong belief. In the past especially, it is the duty of the Toastmaster of the day or the person inviting the external Toastmaster to call. I message to your VPA. Call, courteous and gracious. Nowadays, we rely on technology, SMS and WhatsApp. To me, that is rather impersonal. Because there are a few things to ask. How would you like to be introduced? Second, reminder, your role tomorrow evening or this evening is project evaluator. And reminder, the meeting day, the time. And for this evening, we have a change of venue. Do you know how to get to the venue? Or if you drive, where to park? So these are all very important. Now, table topic master. Fine, we have 5 speakers, very balanced. We have ladies, we have guys. Be very careful in your remarks, whether for Toastmaster of the day or table topic master. This is the moment all of you are waiting for. What makes you think that table topics is the moment all of us are waiting for? Or even project evaluation, or even language evaluation. So if I'm the language evaluator, and you tell the audience, table topic session is the moment all of us are waiting for, I get very offended. That means my segment is not important, not educational. So you can say, to me, this is the moment I am waiting for. Speak for yourself, but not for the others. The topics were very easily attempted, fine. And if the table topic master is not familiar with the timing, you were not mentored, you were not guided, you can always get the timer. Please share with us the timing given for the table topic session and the timing sequence. You have mentors, you have sponsors, you have veteran Toastmasters in the club. Do get them to guide. The timer, just 2 seats away from me, very alert, very attentive, and merciless. We guillotine the 3 project speakers. 3 project speakers exceeded time. When you take part in contest, even if exceeded by 1 second, that's it, you're out. I have been disqualified 3 times, speech contest. 1 minute, 1 second, 2 seconds. Be merciless. That should be the way. A suggestion, great that you show the cards. Another recommendation would be wave to attract the attention of the speaker, the evaluator. Sometimes we get very engrossed in our roles, we may not see it. So do wave, attract the attention, you get a nod, then you can just display it. Why do we not have R counter? Again, no excuse to me. You can always appoint somebody, even though it is just 3 minutes, because it is a very critical role. When we speak, when you are in Toastmasters, you realize all the unintelligible sounds that we utter, the R, the unintelligible, and all the unnecessary words they repeat. You know, okay, all right. Basically, actually, these are all unnecessary words. Hence, to me, the meeting is not complete without the R counter role and the language evaluator. The third P, and that is the proceedings. How the meeting went, the process, the protocol, and the procedure. How the meeting was conducted. Overall is fine. I find that there is minimal distraction. At some clubs I go to, I see some in the audience walking about, unnecessarily walking about. So that will rattle the very new Toastmasters. Avoid as much as possible. Give respect to the speaker. And unless it is necessary that we need to use the phone, by all means, message coming in. And as what somebody has already mentioned, silent it or switch it off. Give respect to whoever is speaking. We were grossly over time by 20 minutes. Finally, again, if you don't agree with me, it's fine. Your club culture. You look at your club president. You look at another speaker from Linky Advance. You look at them. It doesn't matter if you don't have a tie. You look at Patrick, at least you have a jacket. Now, what is Toastmasters? It is a worldwide organization founded in 1924. It is a speaking club, public speaking club. So if we wish to portray ourselves as a speaker, given respect to ourselves, dress accordingly, especially for guys, long sleeve and tie, otherwise jacket. Otherwise, it's neither here nor there. Some will be in t-shirts, some will be collarless t-shirts, and I've come across speakers wearing shorts, cargo pants, sneakers, even slippers, sandals. And you come to the front, you don't have a barrier, you stand right in front, everybody can see you and can also see your toes wriggling. So do we portray ourselves as speakers? The credibility as a speaker? So give that a thought. Be presentable, otherwise it reflects very poorly on us. Over to you, Toastmaster.